Maryland food is wonderful. I go to the farmers market almost every week.
Marylanders definitely should be proud of their farms. Those guys are doing an awesome job.
Some of the local chefs are doing a really good job with promoting the local produce.
Maryland farmers are rock stars. My goodness, they're the Rolling Stone of food, okay?
If you've been following food trends lately, you know that the hottest thing out there is eating local. In fact, Maryland's chefs and Maryland's farmers have come together in a creative partnership to put exciting, innovative food on the table. So grab your market basket and come along with me as we discover the richness of the Maryland harvest. You know, I've been coming to farmers markets like this for years, and one thing I truly love about them is the way they reflect the changes of the season. Things come in, things go out. Every week, it's a whole new set of possibilities and a whole new set of ideas.
The Eat Local movement is enormously popular these days, and some of its greatest champions are a group of highly talented chefs who fervently believe. But they'll be the first to tell you it's the farmers themselves who deserve the spotlight. As we follow the growing season, we'll see how farmers and chefs work together to put Maryland's best food on the table.
My primary function in the restaurant is to work with farmers. And my primary function up to this point has been trying to create relationships with growers and try to understand better what they do, what their challenges are, and how this restaurant can better serve their interests.
We happen to go down to the Woodbury Kitchen, and Spike is down there, and he has a tavern steak. So he gets the consumer to taste something that they're not used to. And then they come back to the market and they say, well, I had such and such at this restaurant. Can you do this? You know, how can we cook that?
I think the public is just starting to become enlightened on how important farming is and how important farmers are to the success of having great nutrition, good products on the table, and protecting open space in our waterways.
We've been buying from farmers forever. It's not a new idea. What's new is that we need to re-support our farmers.
I think all of these wonderful little farms and places that are cropping up to come forward with the things that they're growing for us are bringing us back to a place where we can once again say that we are one of the top 5 known cuisines in the country.
Spring is finally here, and at the Tillman Island Inn, Chef David McCallum couldn't be happier.
Well, David, it's springtime on Tillman Island. What's coming into your kitchen?
Well, we've just started getting fresh asparagus, some strawberries, lettuces, still getting our wonderful marinetics, cultured oysters. So there are lots of wonderful things happening for spring.
The Tillman Island Inn is situated here on Knapp's Narrows. Right over there is the bay, and just beyond those trees, that's Dogwood Farm, Lisa Raymond's place. It doesn't get more local than that.
Lisa and I collaborate, you know, over the winter and that sort of thing. And if she has some ideas about new things that she wants to grow, and then I figure out what I might do with them, and vice versa.
Lisa has actually worked in David's kitchen, learning the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, the red oak leaf will give good loft to a salad.
Lisa practices conventional farming, but the nearby bay is always in her thoughts.
I see a lot of shows and the big word is green, and a few years ago it was sustainable, and prior to that was organic, but it's kind of all the same thing, and it's what we've always done. I know no different. If we're not going to lose a crop entirely, we will not spray. I don't want that in my body.
Several times a week, she'll load up her truck and drive over to the inn with a delivery. The chef and his staff know exactly what to do with it. David showed me how to whip up a great spring salad using fresh strawberries.
This is basically sort of like a Greek salad, but with strawberries instead of tomatoes.
Let's put it together.
All right. So basically you just cap and halve the strawberries, and then we're going to add some red onions here, and then we're going to add some feta cheese.
Well, crumbled feta cheese looks good.
Toss that around a little bit. Whip up a little citrus vinaigrette and get some of this beautiful lettuce. And again, it's simply getting the best, freshest ingredients that you can get and not doing too much with them. Voila.
It's springtime on a plate. That's fabulous, David.
Well, just for the record, how important are local farmers to Charleston and the Charleston Group?
Very, very important. We've been supporting our local farmers for 9 years, 10 years. If I have Godfrey Farms asparagus, it says Godfrey Farms asparagus on the menu. He deserves the credit for giving me this beautiful product.
And this is Godfrey's Farm, run by Tom and Lisa Godfrey.
Now, just looking at this acreage here, my guess is you got some sand in this soil.
Yeah, it's a what we call a sandy loam. The soil, this is a good soil for asparagus.
Now, Cindy Wolf and Tony Foreman really, really love your asparagus. Is it sort of a privilege to be, served at a restaurant like that?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. It's flattering to us to know that our stuff is in demand at a nice, outfit like theirs.
You don't have to be a chef to buy from the Godfreys. Their little produce store sells food right off the farm as long as it's in season.
How long is the asparagus season here at Godfrey Farm?
It's approximately 7 to 8 weeks. We start mid-April and go through mid-June.
So with a short window like that, a chef has to be ready.
I think the obligation when you're working with fresh product is using it when it's fresh. You're going to get a whole lot of product. You need to be prepared to use it.
Reaching into her deep repertoire, Cindy was prepared to cook up a beautiful spring dish.
What do you have cooking here today?
Well, we have local asparagus that I've cut the tips and some of the body of the asparagus on a bias, so I can use that as a garnish. I have English pea risotto made from local English peas. The asparagus is from Godfrey's Farm. The peas came from Tom's Farm, which is actually they're next door to each other.
Neighbor, right.
Yeah, which is great. And then this is English pea cream, which I'm going to use as a sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and start to plate. So we have our risotto, our pea sauce, and our freshly blanched asparagus.
And here is the result, a delightful taste of spring.